Today's forms are painful because your IDE, like Cursor, can't help you properly. They are really redundant and server-side validation can be really difficult. That's why we're gonna take a look at Tanstack Form today, but we do it really quickly. First, we take a look at the primitives of Tanstack Form. You create an instance with the use form hook. You can provide form options in a different file or directly within the use form hook. You can use form components like a form field or form subscribe. Form subscribe is used for things like submit buttons, where you want to be reactive to the form state, like a is submitting or can submit. Now we take a look how we can do server-side validation in Next.js with Tanstack Form. First, we have some form options, and then we use them in the server action and in a client form that then communicates with the server action. So first we will take a look at the form options. We can create this with the form options hook from Tanstack Form, and we can provide default values which define the types of the form and also their actual types. It infers the types and the fields of these default values. Then in the server actions, we will create a server validate with the Tanstack server validate, where we can then define the values that should be validated, which are type safe directly because of the form options that we use here. We then create a server action with this and return the form state with the server action, and we have a previous and form data. This is then used in a client form with the use action state provided by React, and we merge the state from the return type of the server action with the thing that we currently have. Then we provide the form with the form field component, where we have the inputs but also some client-side validation on blur and so on. Here we can see an example of the form subscribe with a submit button that reacts to state. What we can see here in the bottom is composability of the Tanstack form, which means you can create components that are reusable within other forms to build maintainable and large-scale applications. This is great, for example, for creating text fields or input fields like selects and so on that you will use over and over again, or form components like subscribe buttons. Thank you so much for watching.